This leads into one of the broader themes I'm exploring on this channel, the possibility of a deep connection between UFO phenomena, alien life, and consciousness. After all, dreams, intuitions, telepathic impressions, altered states, and strange forms of communication appear repeatedly in reports of encounters and experiences with UFO or alleged alien contacts. A famous example is the September 1994 Ariel School UFO incident in Zimbabwe, just 4 months after my own sighting, where more than 60 school children reported witnessing one or more strange craft near their school playground. Several of the children later claimed they experienced what felt like telepathic communication or direct mental impressions from the humanoid beings associated with the phenomenon. Some described receiving symbolic or emotional messages concerning humanity, technology, and environmental destruction, not through spoken language, but as immediate intuitive knowing. Researchers such as John Mack have considered these reports significant because of the consistency and emotional sincerity of many of the children's testimonies. Now, I'm not claiming definitive understanding of the apparent correlation between Leslie Halverson's dreams and my own witnessing of UAP phenomena at the time she predicted they would appear. But my intuitive feeling is that somehow, within the greater scheme of things, I was meant to see those objects. I also believe there was likely some form of connection between Leslie's consciousness and the phenomena themselves. That conclusion may sound extraordinary, but she correctly identified both the type of phenomenon, UFOs, and the approximate time, 2 a.m. And I've had various meditative experiences myself which are indicative of such communications. But those stories are for another day. Over the years, I've heard many other strange UAP stories from people in Australia, particularly in remote areas and open landscapes. At another meditation centre in Newcastle about 2 years later, a woman told me that while driving along a country road at night with a friend who was a practicing clairvoyant, again, several glowing orbs descended and began circling around their vehicle. She described the orbs as perhaps basketball-sized. Yet what disturbed her most was that her clairvoyant friend behaved as though nothing unusual was happening and refused to discuss the event at all. Throughout my life, I've met people who simply do not fit comfortably within our current understanding of what human beings are supposed to be. Some seem to possess unusually expanded capacities of awareness, intuition, or perception. Yet most will likely live and die without recognition of their gifts, because our culture possesses very little framework for understanding such individuals. Just think, if Einstein had been born into a pre-industrial tribe 5,000 years ago, his genius would have passed unrecorded, because there simply would not have been the cultural structures and institutions to permit it to flourish, or be recorded for that matter. This is one reason I started this YouTube channel and why I'm writing a book of the same name, The Other Singularity. I believe that one day, perhaps sooner than we think, the kinds of abilities and people I'm talking about will be taken far more seriously. And if that happens, it may herald a very different future from the one usually presented by our dominant media and institutions.